Good morning, yo. How y'all feeling? Today we're gonna do a little work on some CRX, man. So you guys saw before that we ended up welding the entire wheel well finally. So now we have to go ahead and grind all of that down as decently as possible, make it a little bit smoother than what you see there. Then hit it with the neutralizer like y'all already know. After that, I'm gonna hit it with seam sealer, and then after the seam sealer, then some primer. Why the seam sealer? To be 100% honest with you, just because I want to put the seam sealer on it. I think it'll help with, just in case if there is any itty bitty pinholes that I missed, maybe it'll help me out. And then from underneath, I'm going to spray the neutralizer. After the neutralizer dries up, then I'm going to hit it with undercoating. So we're going to try to get all of that done today. And maybe sand down finally, like the last coat on that drip tray of the trunk. We'll try. Now I know you guys obviously can't feel, you know, all of this and what it feels like, but man, I'm proud of my damn self. I am proud of my damn self, man. This feels very, very smooth. I'm sure there still is a couple itty bitty imperfections, but man, I am happy. I honestly am happy with this side, with this outcome. It came out great. It feels great. I think if I put one small little layer of the glaze and then sand that, she's good, man. So I'm gonna go grab the glaze. Actually, it's right over there, down there. I'm gonna grab the glaze, put a little bit of coat on it while I go ahead and start grinding on this lower part. But this, man, I'm stoked, dude. This feels really, really good. Pause. I took 220. So you guys believe me? 220, and just sanded it by hand. Sorry, just sanded it by hand, and just continue to, like, you know, feel it as I went, see where it needed a little bit more, a little bit less. But yeah, man, this pillar, this drip rail feels very good. So this is the seam sealer that I'm using, glazing and spot putty. It's literally brand new. I'm about to pop it open right now. Boop. It says to apply on the plastic spreader. I don't want it to dry up, so I want to close it up pretty quickly. So I'm literally going to do this all the way down. And it says it takes about 20 to 30 minutes for it to dry up. So I went ahead and started grinding it down, and you can kind of see what we got going on. It's looking pretty good, looking pretty good, looking pretty good. Again, I know it's not perfect. It is far from perfect, and I'm okay with that, man. I really am okay with it. As long as no water gets inside, like I said, I am going to hit this with the rust neutralizer first, let that dry, and then I want to hit some seam sealer all the way along the seam of where we made the weld. Obviously, like I said before, I'm going to do the inside as well. I'm going to do the whole thing the same exact way. But man, grinding, it's easy to put metal onto like a vehicle or whatever, but taking it off, man, that grinder takes forever to take off the weld. But it's getting there, slowly but surely. It is getting there. And then we still have the putty, what's it called? Glaze putty, sorry, the glaze putty. It's still drying. Once that dries, I'm gonna go ahead and sand that down, hopefully for the last time, and be done with this side. Let me go ahead and get the spray that down, because I'm done back here. So we'll go ahead and let that dry up. You just saw me spray it. I'm gonna let that dry up. When that dries, I'm actually go underneath the car and spray the welds from underneath, because obviously there's raw metal from when we welded from the top. It's obviously gonna be raw underneath. So I'm gonna go underneath, spray the whole bottom, let that dry up as well, and then get some undercoating for underneath, so that even though I sprayed it with the neutralizer, when I spray underneath with the undercoating, it'll be completely sealed off. No water, no rust. So let this dry up while I go inside and grab you a drink, chill for a second, and then get back to work. Let's go into the car. Let's go into the car and spray this stuff. Don't you really don't want to breathe this stuff in. This stuff is bad. This stuff is really bad, so you don't want to breathe it in. But try your best not to, as much as possible. Obviously, it's gonna happen. You're gonna breathe it, but you don't want to sit there and really, like the overspray. Let that junk spray away. Let it drift away before you go underneath. I'm literally just soaking it, guys. There's nothing to it. The glaze putty actually feels pretty dry, but I'm still gonna let it sit another 10-15 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and grind a little bit off on the inside. But you can obviously see there's a lot of welds. That I did a long time ago, if you guys remember, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to grind off some of all, oops, camera went horrible. Some of all of that, and you know, what I could also do is actually make a quick little run to O'Reilly's, because I don't think I have any more undercoating. So maybe while I let that dry and that back part dry that we just grinded, I can make a quick run over to O'Reilly's and pick up some undercoating. Let's do that. Made it back from O'Reilly's, picked up some 3M rubberized undercoating, and then I also picked up some liquid hardener. If you guys remember, in one of my last videos, the damn hardener came with a hole at the bottom of it, right down there on that bottom part. So it was just leaking all over the place, so I had to buy another one. Sheesh. Man, this thing is chewed up. Almost done, but I only have like that much more to go, so we'll see. Okay, it is all grinded down, decently flat, enough to where I am content with it. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the blower now. But actually, first I'm gonna grab the vacuum and vacuum all the dust, and then I'll go ahead and grab the blower and blow, pause, like all in there, because I know a lot of dust got in there, and then obviously with time, moisture, that can rust up and lead to more crap later down the road. So let me grab the vacuum first. Let me clean up a little bit. Grab the vacuum, the blower. Yeah, went ahead and was able to sand that down, and now she is smooth. She is smooth. So now I'll get the vacuum and vacuum all this up. But this pillar is Gucci, man. Spray that down with some primer as well when I hit the rest with the primer. All right, so from pretty much where the rear seats, so from the rear seat back is vacuumed, and I went ahead and took the blower to it as well after I vacuumed it, and then I vacuumed blower, then the vacuum again, so it decently clean from here to the back. Now I'm gonna go ahead and spray it with the neutralizer, let that get dry, and then come back and hit it with the primer. It is the next day. My bad if I look crazy. Man, my hair does look a little crazy. My hair looks crazy all the damn time. Anyways, it's the next day. I went to the gym. I couldn't spray yesterday because the neutralizer just wasn't drying, but it's the next day. I know that it's dry, so I'm gonna go ahead and prime hit primer on the bare metal. I'm laying it on pretty heavy, and I really don't care like how perfect it is, honestly, because I'm gonna seam seal it, and then, like I told you guys, prime it again, and then after the primer, I'm gonna go ahead and after the primer, Dynomat, sorry. After the primer, Dynomat. And just like that, it is primed. It is sealed with the neutralizer. And now we just let that dry up. And then we'll hit it with the seam sealer later on. And then probably in another video, I'll show you guys what it looks like. But that's it, man. That's all I really wanted to get done today. Like I told you guys, the rust neutralizer didn't dry up yesterday, so I just let it dry for the next day. Came back today, hit it with the primer, done. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that notification button. Y'all know the vibes. Chase the dream, not the competition. Peace.